6 months on from the horrific murders of Brisbane woman Hannah Clarke and her 3 children, advocates and the Clarke family are calling for new laws protecting victims of domestic violence. On average, 1 woman a week is murdered by a current or former partner. Almost 10 women each day are hospitalised for assault injuries. And this concern about an increase in violence during the pandemic. Calls to hotlines have spiked in recent months. Hannah Clarke's parents say they want to criminalise controlling behaviour. Experts are also urging for a new offence to be created, targeting anyone who douses their partner in petrol and threatens to set them alight.
It was an act of evil that shocked the nation. Hannah Clarke and her 3 children, Aaliyah, Layana and Trey, were ambushed by her estranged husband on the morning school run in suburban Brisbane in February. They were doused in petrol and set alight.
They say time heals and makes things easier. It doesn't. That's a lie.
6 months after their tragic murders, family and friends are hoping to educate the community about the dangers of controlling behaviour in relationships.
Myself, I just felt so helpless at the time that I didn't see the red flags. I wasn't there to help my baby.
Little things, he would sulk and not speak for days. He would threaten to kill himself, go through her phone, through her handbag.
The Clarke family and other advocates are calling for coercive control to be made an offence.
It's time, and I think that the Clarke family have given us impetus to re-examine this issue now.
Coercive control is a pattern of behaviour where a perpetrator uses intimidation, threats and humiliation over time to control and isolate a victim. The abuse isn't always physical, it can be emotional, financial or sexual. The Women's Legal Service Queensland wants to go further, calling for those who threaten to douse their partner in petrol charged with a criminal act. They say since what happened to Hannah Clarke and her children, similar threats have increased.
Definitely after the Hannah Clarke and her children were murdered, there has been a spike in incidents.
In effect, a perpetrator is, holding your life in his hands.
The Premier says the government would consider the offences.
I'm more than happy to refer that matter to our Prevention of Domestic and Family Violence Council.
The state opposition has promised to introduce a coercive control offence if elected to government.
There is enough talk fests. Let's just get some action happening.
For a family still coming to terms with unimaginable loss, they say they'll keep pushing for change to rewrite the ending for others.
They were gorgeous, so full of life, and they had a lot of potential.
Rachel Rieger, ABC News, Brisbane.